Right, good morning, welcome back. Now today on the Big 14, I'd like to deal with the front brakes. Now, these are a big, heavy muscle bike. They come with the infamous Takiko 6-pot calipers. They are renowned for jamming up with brake dust when they get dirty. So we'll pull them off, strip the old pads out, give them a good thorough clean. We'll put some brand new copper sintered pads in, nice careful reassembly. And then I think, just like everything else on the bike, we'll upgrade to braided steel brake hoses on the front as well. So let's go. Right, here's the thing. When these calipers left the factory, they would have been painted bright gold. And unfortunately, at some point in the bike's life, somebody's rattle canned them over in black. And that's such a weak and feeble paint that what's happened with the brake cleaner is it's lifted it off in places, and now they look all patchy and horrible. So I've now got to restore them properly. Now that means stripping them apart, taking the castings in half, pull all the pistons out, pull all the seals out, replace all the seals with new ones. That's no small expense, and then restore them like they're brand new. But unfortunately, I can't do that today because I haven't got the seals and I haven't got the time. That's a week's work to get them back to brand new, and I want the bike on the road, and I've got other jobs to get on with. So for today, as a temporary measure only, I'm literally going to flick a little bit of black tough paint over them and give them an hour or so to dry, then put the pads in and put them back on the bike. It's not a nice thing to do, it's not the right way to do it, but I will fully restore them at the end of the season when I'm finished having fun and riding it, and they'll be like brand new. But not today. Right, if you're doing this yourself and you're looking to order your parts, and maybe it's the first time, something that might be confusing is you'll see two options, factory setup and race setup. Well, factory setup is this. It's basically 3 hoses divided by a splitter block, and you won't get the splitter block, you'll just get the 3 hoses and the relevant banjo bolts that you need. That's what the factory gives you. On the other hand, if you order the race setup, what you'll get is just 2 hoses, and they're more or less the same length. One's a little bit longer than the other to get to the further away caliper, but other than that, they're more or less the same. Use a double banjo bolt, you banjo them straight onto the master cylinder, and then 1 each straight down to the calipers. Now I like these most for 2 reasons. Firstly is they look a lot neater and tidier on the front end, but secondly, they're a little bit cheaper as well because you're buying 1 less hose, which is always good. Right, if I may, at the end of this video, I'd like to offer a little word of warning to the novices who've never done this sort of thing before and you're just getting into it. If you've got your brake caliper and your pads are too close and they won't go over the disc, please don't ever be tempted to pry them apart with a screwdriver, as somebody has done with these. As I paused over them in the middle of the video, you can see there's chunks and lumps and big gouges out of them, and it's trashed them early. There's a good 3/4 of material left on them. They'd have lasted this season and next season, but now they're in the bin because those big chunks out of them continue to break off as time goes on. And little bits of that pad material, if that gets wedged between the pad and the disc, it can cause problems with the disc itself, and they're expensive, and it could even impede your braking. So it's really, really risky. Don't pry pads apart with a screwdriver. Anyway, that's it for today. In the next one more job to do, and then we're done. So I'll see you then.